Okay, welcome back everybody again to Coffee and Coloring today in the afternoon, impromptu Sunday. And so we're going to do a little bit in the Colin Thompson, and I think it's a translated fantastic color book or fantastical color book, one or the other. So, yes, I'll be the boss of my color book, Laura. So, how I've worked in this, and it's kind of a tall book. It's like I think it's a European size, A5 maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so how I work in this is I've gone through and I've colored a lot of shells, like just the shells. Now they're not done, but I base coated them with watercolor, and so base coated them with watercolor, and some I've probably just used my watercolors. Some I probably use the Real Color Zig Clean Kuretake brush markers, watercolor, and these are real watercolor markers, guys. It's not like my kids super tip Crayola ones, which I use those too, trust me. These are actual watercolor in a brush, and the brush is so tiny. It's really cool. I'll have to lock my this keeps wanting to flash out there. And so I color some shells, and what I do is I just kind of go through here. One day I just took a green marker, and it might have been the green one here, and just went through and found everything that was going to be green and started coloring it. And just went through and found everything green. Like here's a dragon tail right there. And then some I've done the shells, and then again green. And I'm going to zoom in when I start coloring, guys. I just want you to see the double page spread right now. Frog right there. A blue bookshelf. A green bookshelf. So I just kind of went through and color bits at a time. Here's green all around here. It may not be showing up too well, but you can kind of get the idea. Here's a big page where you can really see it. So maybe we'll work on this one. So you can kind of see. Isn't that cool? Let's see if we can get some detail here. So I just went through and colored the green. And I know Bunny, I don't see her here right now, but Bunny Heather, she's worked in this book as well. I don't remember what medium she was using in it, but she's worked in it too. There's some trees. I try to remember who's worked in what, so I can have y'all go to their channels and look at it too. Here's another one. This one's got more shelving where I've started to do some of the wood tables that are in front of the shelves. See, like the some wood there, some wood here, and then again went through and tried to find all the lime green, like the ferns, the pea pod, and again it's nothing shaded or put any depth to it yet. It's just the basic color of green. I like that you color bookshelves. Yes, I wanted them to kind of be, I kind of just looked at them and tried to decide, did I want them, like this is kind of a blue-gray with a lot of musical instruments, so I thought maybe this could kind of look like metal shelves. So I just kind of went through and tried, now see some of them I haven't done anything to. And so this one has a wash on it. It's just the like base coat wash of watercolor. And then I laid down some yellow around the edges, but I'm going to have it like a bamboo look. Yeah, Bunny's done awesome work in this book. Yeah, so yeah, Bunny Designs on YouTube. And I think she uploads the most of them to YouTube as well. So look for Bunny Designs. And now this one I have done this is the one I've done the most on. I probably really should finish this, but I'm going to do the other page. And so I have all the wash done for the green leaves in an olive color. And so now what I need to do, I'm going to get my little tray here so that I can test out my colors on the tray. And remember, you can just, if you want, you can test them here, but you can also take your water brush and pick it up from here as well, both things. So what I want to do is go in here. Well, before I do that, let's finish going through it, and then we'll do a little bit on the leaves. The other thing that I've done is just started on the yellow sunflowers, and then what I've done is used a white Posca pen to dot the centers here to almost make it kind of look seedy like. We're making it look seedy. And yeah, and then I've done some like a bamboo effect around the edges of all the borders. So yeah, there's one little tree there. So what I'm doing today is I'm trying to work on things to get closer to, will I finish this here today? No. But, I'm working on getting more done. I want to have more finished pages. I can't say before I start new ones because, I'm being realistic. It's just not going to happen. I like too many color books. I like too many color books just to stick to one. And, even though I am trying to, work through the Imagimorphia and the Animorphia and Imagimorphia before Mythmorphia comes out. Well, I think it might be out. I need to write that down. I should look to see if Mythmorphia. Does anybody know if Mythmorphia is out? I'm not sure. And that's a Kirby Roseanne's. Is the Morphia ones. Hey, no, you didn't sleep through Sunday, Carla. It's an impromptu. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, and I'll start coloring some of these leaves. I might do some here, but I really want to get over here and work on that one with the castle that has, and I love this one too, the doors and the wood. Ooh, it's going to be a toss-up between this one and this one. This one has more done. So I probably should work on that, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here, see if I can lock it in here so we can, let's see, that might be one too many. Let's get it focused in. Wait, let me get my little card here. My pink sherry card that makes it focus, and I think we're pretty good. Maybe. We'll see. I'd rather have my hands a little dark and have the color right than, So, there we go. How's that look, guys? Does it look okay? Tuesday, April 11th for Mythmorphia. Okay. All right. So, ways to go. All right. So, what do y'all think? Is that kind of good there? I don't know. It looks a little fuzzy. Hang on, guys. We got to work it. I think I might be too close. Let me zoom out one. Just one there. Let's see. Let's get a little focus with this. There we go. All right. It still wants to flash. Oh, the bane of a streamer's existence. The light. The light. All right. You think it just looks just okay, Vicky. Vicky's going, it looks okay. Let's see here. See if that makes it too pink. Can't have that pink in there. We got to take that pink out. So, yeah. Okay, we'll roll with it. All right, so now I am going to go back to that green and start working on the leaves. So what I'm going to do is find the shadowed areas, and oops, my tray's in the way, and put a little bit in there. And again, how much your watercolor will smear, blend out, will depend on the paper. But again, I know I repeat it, you don't want to oversaturate your paper because that's what makes it go through. Is that close enough, guys? Y'all tell me. Is that close enough? Hey, Kingor. Anybody else I missed? I don't know if it's close enough or not. So you can just do a couple leaves at a time so that while the watercolor is still wet and not completely soaked in, or it may be better if I just go onto the tray here and pick up from there. I might get better, yeah, I think I'll get better results doing that. Think it's close enough? Okay. I think it's okay. All right, so I'm just gonna, I think I'll work it that away. Because you have more control over how much you pick up and how much you put down. So we'll just work a little bit on these leaves here. I do want a little bit of a stem mark there. Okay. Yeah, I never have my light exact every time I come on. There's always a struggle with the lighting. But hey, I'm glad to be able to stream. I think I want a little bit of dark right along the edge there, a little shadow. I don't know, I'm kind of far away, guys. Can't see nothing. Really? You think it's close enough? I'm gonna zoom. All right, we're gonna go for it. Zoom in. I'm going for it, guys. Let's just go. Let's go. But I do have to have this to focus, or something else to focus. I just can't leave it well enough alone. All right, let me put the water cap down and just keep coloring a little at a time. Some of the real dark in the shadows there, like underneath the, the shadow from the petals. That one did that one right under there, right in here, and then I'll just squish some down and blend it out. In no particular order. There you go. Okay. And I'm just using my little tray right here. All right, so let's put a little there, a little shadow here by the stems. And then I'll pick up some and blend it out. Just doing a couple at a time because it'll sink in and dry before you can start moving it around. Because this is not watercolor paper. It's not like made for, blending out watercolor. So you got to kind of, do a little bit at a time. Put a couple shadows and then get a little bit blending out. And you can do this with pencil too. I try to use a little bit of everything so that you can at least see how you can use different things. That one will be nice and dark back there, here, and here. If you have any questions, put them in caps. If you're watching this recording on YouTube, it's a live show on Ustream. And you bought the Prismacolor watercolor pencils. Any advice on how best to use it? Just like any other watercolor pencil, just like when I use ink tints, you can either color them down. Let me see, I have an ink tint right here. Let me just get one. It's the same thing with any color pencil. Let me find a color here. Let's see. It's like a brick red or something. What's this color? Let me get a test paper. Okay, so just like this, you can do it two ways. Just imagine this is any kind of watercolor pencil. You can do it like this, where you put down the color and then take your water brush and move it around. Or you can pull it off and get it really more concentrated. If you just pull it off of the tip and then go in there and color. You can do it either way with watercolor pencils. Same thing for Neo colors. Anything that's water soluble, just kind of do that. I have a few Prismacolor watercolor pencils around here somewhere, but it's kind of the same thing. You just, either way, color it down and use water or pull it off of the tip. Okay, clean my brush off. All right, back to some leaves. All right, I'm just, if you see me come over here, it's because I'm just doing this and then picking it up. But this is kind of like in my way because I'm so zoomed in. I have to kind of keep moving this. Okay, which makes it a little tricky. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Let's go with picked up the wrong brush. Let's do this one first. And then, but I'm over here picking it up off the tray. See? I'm literally laying on top of all your pages. A squish. Alright, let's do a little more shadowing. I think there's another one up here. And again, I'm just going to do a couple at a time so that while it's wet, I can move it. If you let it dry, then it's not going to, I mean, it'll move a little, but it's not going to move like you're going to expect it to if you don't get it while it's wet. This one a little darker. Am I being clear as mud? Some of the ones that I want real dark or a heavy shadow, then I'm just going straight with the water brush. Can y'all see the difference between like here and some of these, hopefully? Even though it's a little, wants to flash out again. Scrap pile. It's been, I missed something on the scrap pile. I don't know what, I missed something, Juanita. And good morning, by the way. Good to see ya. So you can see I'm just kind of feathering that out. And if I want it darker, then I'll let that dry and add another layer. Or you could just go in here with pencils too. You don't have to use watercolor, or you could just use whatever your favorite is. You'll know I love me some pencils, but I like to use a little everything. Right. This one right in here. A little dark right in there. And you want to take your time when you're doing these kind of intricate ones. Yeah, I think I have all the birthday cards out for the month. I think I have them all out. And if you get your birthday card a little early, then, I don't think you mind. So I had a lot this month. There was a lot of birthdays in January. And I got a bunch of art cards sent out because we just did a batch. So, yeah. Need a little bit in the tray. See the shadow under there? Juanita's going to send you some hand-spun scrap fibers. Oh. Oh, okay. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks for telling me, Vicky. Thanks. Thanks, Juanita. Yeah, she's given us those before, and I've sent them out. And it's been some years, but then Juanita's been busy too, so she doesn't get to get here as often as sometimes she used to. Alright, so can y'all see the difference between some of these leaves and like over here? I wish the color was more. There's the color. I don't know why I can't. It's always so. It's always the light. Always the light. If I take that off, then it makes it too pink. So I'll have to keep that on. Let's try zooming in and zooming out. There we go. I think throughout the show, anytime I do a show with color, throughout the show you'll see it at some point where it's actually the right color, you know, with the light hitting it right. The woes of a streamer, yes. Lighting is the bane of my existence. Okay, so I think I'm going to go hit through here and let's go ahead and do some little veins, because that'll be something that will make them really stand out here. You got to kind of see which way they're going here. That one goes this way. That one comes around. And this one comes around this way. And I'm just very lightly touching it so they'll be very thin. Thin, thin, thin. And there's a little leaf there. Sparkly is hard to see. Well, there's no sparkle on this one. Yeah. Sparkle is hard to photograph. But, yeah, it's just getting the light to stay where I want it, you know, when you move things around so much. Alright, let's see. This leaf kind of comes around that way. And probably right up in there. I'm just adding some of the little veins because it just makes it easier to kind of see and more something to them. I'll do a couple leaves and I want to work a little more on the sunflower there. So this one comes up this way. And then you can get in there and shadow with each one too if you want. That one kind of comes over the flower there. Let's just kind of fix that. All right. Let's do a couple more down here. And a few more veins on this one. That one kind of comes behind. Some crosses over the page. What, have you tried using the zigs without water? I'm doing that right now. There's, yeah, right here, these veins. Yeah, it'll just make it a flat, dark green. It won't have any shadow or depth. I mean, unless you have a darker color to put with it. So, you know, kind of just makes it a flat color. Like, let me find some place here to, okay, like for instance here. Let me just come behind this leaf right here. All right, so I'm just going to take, I can take a lighter color, but regardless of the color, look, it'll just be a flat color. So yes, you can do it just fine. But unless you have a darker color now, that's there you're stuck with that dark. Whereas if you layer it up like this with the water, you can have many more layers. Many more layers. And I'm just putting it in the tray over here and picking it up off the tray so you can see. Then you can just keep adding layers like here. I might want this side of this leaf a little darker. I'm picking it up off the tray. I'm not just putting just water. See, I got it come right here. I'm picking it up off of the tray. It's just you can't see it because it's in my way. Does that make sense? Okay, so I think this one I've been working on for a while. I work on this one just a little here, a little there. So I'm going to stop on the leaves, but you can see the difference between this. This is just a watercolor wash, a light watercolor wash. And then I'm adding more and more layers of watercolor. That's how we're doing this. Yeah, it's just like any watercolor, Laura. It's the same. It's like watercolor in a brush. If you don't want to, use it straight from the brush, I'm using it in the very, very darkest places. Shadows, the very, very darkest places. Otherwise, I'm scraping it off on here and then just picking it up. So I have more control with how much I'm putting down. See? All right, so now let's do a little bit more on the sunflowers. And we're going to kind of do the same thing. Okay, let me clean my water brush off and find a color that I want. Let's test this out on, let's test it out here. Yeah, that's a color I want. Kind of my water cap is rolling around there. This one is, I think it's oatmeal. Oh, it's mustard. Okay, so I'm just going to put some down in the tray and then pick it up and start shading. Might not show up. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I'm picking it up from the tray and shading. This makes it nice and subtle. But I mean, you can take this as well and, have nice dark, really dark areas. And both work, and depending on what you're coloring, see, it looks very outliney like that. Whereas if I put it in the tray, pick it up in the tray, it's much more subtle. Less outliney. Not that there's anything wrong with that, just if you want it to look watercolory, you want it to be picked up out of the tray for more subtle color. Know what I mean, Vern? So I'm just scraping it off into the tray, picking it up, and adding more. I'm obviously not going to get this one done, am I? I did get that one page done before this. I feel like I did get something accomplished by getting that other page done. So what's everybody else doing today? We have rain all day. Suzanne, how's your weather up there? I know it's rainy, but I mean, we had like really storms come through, but it's just rainy now. Loving the sunflower, especially the white dots and all. Thanks. And I said this last time I showed this, probably just the other day. that if you want those little seeds to stand out, but you don't want them white, you can do them white like this and then go over them with a, like, I could go over these with the orange. Let me see, maybe I could test that out. Let's test a little area. See if I'm going to like it. But you can go over the white to knock back, because that's a Posca paint pen. So it's not going to bleed if I add water on top of it. So if you don't like the white, it's a way to get those little seeds down, but you can change. Okay. Have to never make line stream. Just wanted to say, oh, so thanks. Thanks, Nathaniel. Thanks, Nat Man. Yeah, if y'all missed seeing what he did with the, let me show y'all real quick, because he said he's got to go. Let me show y'all real quick. His, he posted on Instagram, you know, my beta fish that I posted for anybody to color and do anything with. Here's Nat Man's version of it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? And it's like beta fish colors. Look at the background. And look at that. I'm not actually touching my phone. I'm just pointing with it. I'm not touching my phone with it. But look at those shadows. I mean, the highlights. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. So, yeah. Thank you for coloring it. I know. Right, guys? Yeah, so if you did the white Posca, but you don't want the white of it, you want it like a color, but if you do it white and then go over it with like a, let me get it with a bright yellow, it'll probably show up better. I'll put some bright yellow down. See if that'll show up. Yeah, there we go. Can y'all see that? So it's not actually bright white. It makes it like the little dots are now yellow. Or you could put a yellow, if you had a yellow Posca, but but what I'm saying is you can lighten areas with white and then go on there, and there's probably not much difference. Oh yeah, you can see the difference. See the difference right there? So when we go on here, let me put some more yellow down in the tray. Okay, see the difference right there? Look. If I add yellow on top, see how it knocks the white back, but you still see the little seeds. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Nathaniel. I appreciate that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my mustard color. And again, I just keep putting some in the little tray here and picking it up with the water brush so I can add more shading. Just like it is, I was going to say it's just like watercolor because it is watercolor. It's just in a brush. But that doesn't mean you have to use it as a brush. You can, you know, use it in the tray. So you can get those more subtle bits. And then again, it's not watercolor paper. So once that's dry now, I can go back on here and add yet another layer. See how you can keep layering that up as much as you want. But just make sure your layers are dry in between so you don't go through your book. See, you can just keep layering it up. Yeah, it's a good tip. And just, you know, however much time you want to spend. I work faster with color pencil, but I like doing this too, and I like showing different ways, right, to do it. But you can see how much depth you add just by continuing to add more. And I just keep pushing some off onto the tray. It was Mr. Mustard in the library with the candlestick. You know what, Marilyn? I think you got a clue. Good one. Good one. Oh. I need to read, I haven't read a mystery in a while. I love my English mysteries. I've shown y'all some of my favorites. And I haven't read it, I need to get a new one is what I need to do. Yeah. So, again, you know, I don't want to get it too dark. I mean, I'm liking the, you know, the obviousness of the variations, but I don't want to lose that light color either. Let's see. Dede, I have learned so much from you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Charlotte. Marilyn got a clue. Thanks, Janet. Okay, so there, so you can see the difference between this one and this one. See? Just with adding that. So let's do one or two more here. And again, I'm just coloring off into the tray. And now I'm going to come in here and it's not hard, guys. And if you do grayscale books, you know, it's got the shadows for you. A lot of it, you know. So I smell ham. Pupster's probably down there eating and munching on ham without me. Okay. Getting a little cracked. That's kind of the tricky parting, you know, these double pages is getting in the So what do y'all I mean, you may not be coloring right this minute, but what books are y'all working on? I always like to ask. I always like to ask what books people are working in. Okay, so that, let me get a little bit of the pigment off there. That's got a little dark right there. But let me do a test. There it goes. It popped. The chat just went. Darn double page. So, Vicki, are you working in some of the mandalas or the paisley maybe? And this is the back side. So these, I need to do some more little touches on. This is the back of that sunflower. Mouse guard. Oh, Annie L. Yeah. Yeah. I know we all have our favorites, and you know your favorites can change as you know you just want to do work in one for a while, and it's your favorite when you're working in it, you know. And then sometimes you just have your favorites, but you can't just work in it. Well, I can't just work in it only because you know everybody wants to see different color books. Again, I'm just scraping some off here to pick up. So I try to show, you know, a lot of different books, and then every now and then I'm just coloring by myself and I'm not filming. But because I'm kind of got so many books going on at the same time, I thought I would just, you know, try to catch up a little. You haven't started the paisleys yet. Okay, you're still working in your mandala. J-Love is working in Magical Jungle. And then she's going to start in the new Anamorphia. Karen K is in Magical Delight. Yes. And guys, she left a comment. Clara Markova left a comment on my YouTube channel, and she doesn't have a lot of videos. I mean, she has some that she's liked and stuff. She needs to be drawn and coloring for us. Yeah. I will probably be working on Clara's on Monday. I want to start that double page spread. Let's start a new double page spread. Terry Ella's in the Calming Therapy, Anti-Stress. And you did do a page in Magical Jungle, Vicki? Did you post it? I miss it? Or I don't remember. Charlotte is in Johanna Lost Ocean and her Christmas book. I think I gave the Christmas book away, and I have worked in the Lost Ocean. Yeah, that was real nice of her, and I told her how much I liked her drawing and that we'll be working in her book. Just stay tuned, we'll be coloring in it. That was my Monday, tomorrow's stream. My plan is to at least start the double page spread that has the doors, that you cut the doors out and attach the doors to the page. Yeah, that's what I plan on Monday, tomorrow. Now, you know, because I'm streaming a day, I'm going to think tomorrow's Wednesday. Because, oh, you don't like it, Vicki? Oh, come on, let us see it. All right, so you can see how I've added some shading to those. Let's get back here in this back one a little bit. And I do have a little bit of green kind of on some of the petals when I did the green leaves and wasn't real careful, but that's okay because there'd probably be some reflective light of that in there anyway. So see how that gives it depth compared to that one? See the difference? Hey, Vicky S. Yeah, Carla goes, oh, thanks to you guys, I got the mermaid markers. Bye, J Love. Yeah, we could probably use some of those in the, because I'm going to use them the same way as I'm using this. I'm going to put them down in the tray and pick it up like this because I want it to be able to be, all right, let me move that little cap there. I want to be able to have subtlety and blending and shading like this. If you just go straight in there with, especially those mermaid markers are so intense and bright color, you know, it's going to be too much. At least it would be for me. I want to be able to do this, you know, shade it and like this. And if you put it down in the tray and just pick it up, you can go as dark as you want, but you can't get it lighter, you know, unless you paint over it. You got the markers too, Vicky S? Yes, my food's probably done too. Yes, I smell the ham. Hubster cooked ham. He's all into thinking about the falcons, though. He's in falcon world. So I said, I'm just going to stream. So I'm just going to keep picking up some of this here. And just do a little at a time because you can always get it darker. DRG said they'd be... Oh, where are you? DRG, I forgot. I'm sure it's in Europe or Oz. To be $32 shipping. Gee. That's the thing about, you know, shipping is ridiculous. Oh, you like them, Eileen? Thank you. Eileen's the one that gave me these brush pens, so. Do you use yours very often, Eileen? And again, you can get in there and kind of do a little bit more, but I don't want to lose that brightness on some of these leaves, on some of them. Oh, Canada. Okay, I forget. I'm so sorry, guys, when I forget what, you know, unless I talk to you like every day, like, you know, Carrie and Jean, you know, for like 6 years, then I'll remember where everybody's from. For the longest time, I thought Dot was in Australia. I mean, sometimes I still have to think, no, she's in UK. She's not in Australia. I don't know why I thought she was. You do love them? Yeah. There's just so, it's just like watercolor in a brush marker, which is exactly what it is. And again, you want to let this dry before you go on to more layers. But I do want to put a little bit on top of the seed pods there, since I did it on the other ones. I got to do it on this one too, just a little bit, and this one. You're down the street from Jean, like literally? Are y'all like in the same town or area? Really? I want to visit Linda White Holloway because she's close to Oak Island. Linda, take me to Oak Island. She does live in your town. Jean, y'all haven't got together yet? Oh my gosh, for real? Well, I can't say because me and Susan haven't got, Suzanne and I haven't got together yet either. And she lives, you know, well, she probably lives about an hour from me. That's close, considering, Y'all need to get together, Jean. For real. Stream together. I'm trying to, let's see, who have I had here? I've had Paula here, literally in my house. Paula, Sister Woman Jonna, Darcy, JJ, who else? Mel, God's Mixed Media Girl, and her mother-in-law, and her kids. Who else have I had here? And Susan, Sunset Carol, had Sunset Carol here. I think that might be it. I'm trying to get Vicky up here, even if she has to take a bus. You could come over if you could have some ham. Suzanne. But really, we'll have to get together sometime and stream together because, I want to get Denise and Darcy. I'd love to have our fashion retreat, where we're doing fashion art and color books and all that. It's so hard to get those two together at the same place. I waved at you when you passed through to Florida last summer. When you passed. Yeah, everybody goes to, they have to go right by my house if they go to Florida. I'm right off of 75. Everybody can wave to me right off the highway, the main road. You can't come in your house not ready for company yet, Jean? Okay. Janet's coming someday from Monkey Island. I know why you're coming, Janet. You're clutching your pearls because you want to see my sock monkeys in person. I know, Janet. I know you. You want to see the sock monkeys in the flesh. Okay, so there you go, guys. We've got a layer of the dark color on all the sunflowers. Now I haven't done these leaves. Look, because the leaves take a little more time because I want to put the veins in them, but then I want to get in here with the lighter shade. Let me find my lighter olive. Where's my lighter olive? Did I pull it? Is it sitting here on the table? Is this it? Yeah. Because then I can take the lighter olive, which is almost the same color as that, and pick that up and start kind of blending them in. Let me get a little bit more on the tray. And so you can start working, so it's a little more subtle. Very subtle. It's hard to see. Oh, your sunlit. That's right, Janet. How often do you come over here? How often do you visit? Have you been coming to Atlanta and not telling me? Have you been sneaking into the ATL, Janet? She may have 2 chairs, Janet. You might not have to. All right, so this is mid green, and it's kind of like a light olive. It's lighter olive than the green that I was using here, which is the dark green, I think, olive green. So I'm using olive green and mid green, and they're both olivey. And the kids always come to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well. Huh. So then I can just kind of keep working it. And you can just do as much as you want, But you want to take your time. Don't hurry like I'm kind of doing here. You want to take your time. All right, so now I want to get a little bit in the, let's go back to my rust red, or what is it called? It's just called brown, but it's a sienna. It's called brown, but it's like a sienna. So you can get in there and kind of do the same thing on these back petals here. Just to give it a little bit more depth. And you could do this also, this stage, you could do this with color pencil. You don't have to just because you start with watercolor doesn't mean you have to just use just watercolor or acrylic washes or whatever. You can use pencils on top. I think I need a little darker, extra dark on these back petals right there. So you can see how that's coming along. It's pure dark right there too. And just kind of blend it out. You're going to wonder if Janet is not allowed to leave Oklahoma. She did leave though. She went to the beach. She went to the beach like last month or month before. I forget what beach she went to, but she did leave Oklahoma. Unless they moved a beach to Oklahoma. Home incarceration. Oh, yeah. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Hey, Jennifer, crack-a-lackin' Jennifer. So you see we add a little bit more dark here on some of these. There's a couple missed right there. And the same thing with some of the stalks. You know, you can add more shadow, like under the sunflower or under the leaf right here. And just keep layering it up. It takes time when you're doing watercolor, guys. It does. It's no joke. It does take more time. For me, I'm just not as fast at watercolor as I am at pencil. So see, we still got all these leaves right there. So I think what I want to do though, let's go ahead, let me clean my little brush off. Where's my cap? I'm going to go ahead and back out, and then we'll see, kind of do a little peruse through the book. Let's see. All right, let's get back into focus again. So now that we're backed out, you can see my butt's falling asleep. Sorry, guys. I'm used to sitting on my foot. When I don't, I put my butt to sleep. I gotta sit on my foot. Sorry, TMI. Yeah, so you can see from far away, even though, there we go, there's the color. Maybe if I keep my hand in there, you can see the color. This looks kind of pretty, kind of pretty. But you see there's a lot of grayscale stuff in there. And these leaves are almost black back here. The backgrounds of this would be pretty metallic. I think that would be real pretty. And a metallic, it kind of looks like it's supposed to look like, I think, a screen. You know, the old kind of door screens. That's what that reminds me of. But I don't know. I'm thinking some metallic would be pretty. Should I try that? Maybe some gold metallic. Should I go with a gel pen? No, I don't have enough gel pen to do this whole thing. I'd have to use paint, I think. Gold paint. Let's see, because that would be really pretty. I mean, I have like twinkling H2Os, but I think a real nice, let's see. Which one of these? Okay, let's just go get a little bit of a, let's go with the metallic Deco Art, metallic gold acrylic. Let's give it a test. Let's test drive this baby. All right, so I'm going to just put some out here. And this is the Splendid Gold. There's like 3 shades of gold that you can get in the Deco Art Gold. And there's also silver. There's copper. Ooh, the copper. No, I don't know. That may take away from the... So let me get it just a test. So this is called Royal Ruby, but it's a copper. Look how pretty that is. See? Let's test it. We can always paint over it. Let's try both of them. All right, let me get a... Bye, Charlotte. Thanks for stopping in. I have to go get a bite of that ham. Just saying. All right, let me get a baby wipe. Clean my hands off. I probably just need to go wash them, but let's see what we can do. One of these two. See, let's see if you can see the background there. See, there's leaves, but see, every time I say that, I think my husband's just giving me a glare. Like, come on, really? See how it looks like a screen? It's kind of like a hashtag, a hash mark kind of screen in the back. You see a face. All right, so let's get a tiny brush and see what we can do. Do this little flat one. Might need that. Might need a pointier one too. Doesn't have to be tiny if it's got a good point, because you're using just the point. But I kind of find one that doesn't have a lot of old flared. Yeah, this is good. If you have, no, that's going to flare out. If it flares out, you're going to have little stray hairs that you got to fight. Alrighty. And people always ask me what brushes I use. Most of the time it's just craft brushes from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They're always on sale. My favorites, though, there's two that I like. One is the ones with the plastic handles. The other ones with plastic handles, you don't ever have to worry about the wood getting, soaking wet and chipping off. So I love the plastic ones. But I'll buy whatever is in a pack and sale. And the other one, these are probably my most expensive craft brushes. They're not my most expensive brushes. Those would be my oil painting brushes that are put away. I don't use them. Sable and all that they're put away because I don't really oil paint, but I'm not going to use them in my acrylic paint and ruin them. But these are called Master Touch. They're from Hobby Lobby, and I like these mostly for their liner brushes. Let's see, where's one? Here's two of the little ones. This is called a spotter, I think. Yeah. And I like them because of the fat handles. They have fat handles, and they're usually about $5 to $7. Depending on the brush. That's some liner ones here. Are they in here? I can always take this out, and this is how I spot them because they're fatter. So I can take it out here and find them easier. So let's find, here's a liner. And, but I always use coupons or when they're on sale for 40% off. So, but they're just craft brushes, and I go through them so fast. Like here, let me show you this liner one here. So you can see this is a short liner. It's not very long. I have some that are quite here. No, that's not one of these though. But I have some that have like this long hair. But I think they're in the other jar. Anywho. Yes, they are wood. They are wood, but they're coated. They're varnished. So they're not, it's like these might have a little bit of varnish on these, but these are real cheap. The varnish is not, okay, thank you. The varnish is not like that great. This is just a better quality wood and quality varnish. But they're more expensive, So this is a tiny one. And then I got a pointy one here, another little one here. This is a flat. And yeah, I'm just, depending on the section I'm working in, this one will probably be just fine. So what I want to do though is I want to test. Do I want the copper color, or is that going to be too much of a distraction from the right up next to, because I almost have a copper color border. And so if I put this copper color border, this copper right up next to the border, you lose the border. You see? See how I'm losing the border right there? Not completely, but enough. So I think I'm going to go with the gold. Although I love the copper color. So let me just kind of, I want to get it dry so I can go over it. Yeah, the hubster goes, the ham's ready. So let me just go in here with the gold and see which one. I know I'm going to like I love the copper the best, but it's going to, because I've already done the border, I better go with the gold. So let's just paint, it might not be dry enough to paint over yet, but I'll just paint over it. Okay, I got a little hair there. One little hair. So this will be shiny. There you go. See? I think I need a pointier. This will be. I need a pointy brush. Let's go. Let's see if this one's pointy enough. I think my little pointy brushes are on my desk somewhere, not in the jar. Yeah, that's better. Need a point. Probably this would be good if you have a lot of gel pen, a lot of gold gel pen, or a lot of gold paint pen or something. It would be quicker and easier to paint that in with a pen than it would be with a brush. You know, like a Posca. Gene, do Poscas come in gold and silver? I just have the white and those few colors, so I'm not sure if they come in silver and gold and copper or any other colors, because that would be a lot quicker. Trust me, it would be.
Tornado watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've got storms coming in from one to like about 6.
Okay, well, if it starts thunder and lightning, I guess I better get off here, huh?
It's made up except for the food.
Okay, thanks, honey.
Hands ready.
I heard the ham is ready, yeah.
Pre-game nerves. I can't
You got pre-game nerves?
Yes. Don't have any fingernails
Chill.
left or any toenails.
Did y'all hear him? He's not going to have any fingernails or toenails left. Waiting on the Falcons. See there? It's hard to see just like that, but when I tilt it. But yeah, he said we have thunderstorms coming in, and so if that's the case, I will have to, get off of here. So that. Yeah, I really love, you know what, it almost looks good with just a little touch of the copper in there. I gotta find my leaves here. Go around this little guy here sitting on a leaf. Like Jack and the Beanstalk. Might be Jack and the Beanstalk. We've been having horrible. Yes, I know. I've watched it on the news, Vicki. All down south, right? But I mean, you haven't had it just today. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's this little sleeve. Well, it's kind of tricky there to see. Where's the leaf? I like to get at least one side of this done, this border. Hey, Ange, how you doing? I think you're feeling better. At least from the tweets I've seen. I haven't talked to you, but from the tweets, it seems like you're feeling better. You knocked yourself off. Oh. You know what that little red X in the corner is, right? Let's try to zoom in a little while I'm finishing this bit up, because it's really far away. Well, that might be too much. Let's see. It might be a little much. Let me get my little card here. Put little words on it. There you go. See the shine there? Move over. I'm painting behind the leaves. I was hoping you could see me paint it, but it's just like, you're going to CHA with Barb's VIP group. Oh, there's going to be a virtual tour with Race. Is that what you're saying? Barb's not there, is she? Barb's not at CHA, is she? Just Race, right? Or did I miss something? Did Barb go to CHA and I missed that? I saw Zandra's picture with them, is how I know. Okay, let's see. Is that a leaf? That's behind the leaf, that's a leaf, and then this is behind that leaf. So is Barb at CHA dot? Feeling better. You got you. Oh, you're welcome. I know it's a little early. Your birthday card. Yeah, I knew Ray streamed and I saw, well, I didn't watch it yet, but I saw him there with Zandra, the photograph. I haven't watched the video yet, but I don't know, maybe I'm just misunderstanding Dot. Okay, so Barb's not literally there. Okay. I didn't think she was, because she just streamed on Friday. That would be a quick trip out west. Oh, Barb will be on the, I gotcha. Barb's going to be on stream talking to him while he's, I gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. What time is that going to be? Dorothy, I missed the time. I know, that was a great picture of Zandra, wasn't it? That was a great picture. Okay, I'm trying to decide where that's a leaf there. That's a vine. There's a vine. It's kind of hard to tell. You got to kind of, so can y'all see there? I'm doing the background with the gold. I was looking at for the time. One of y'all can tell me the time. Of course, it's going to depend on my weather here. If we got thunder and lightning, I'm not going to be online anyway, but. So maybe one of y'all can tell me what time. So I'm liking this background gold. I'd like it better in copper, but then I lose my border, and I don't want to redo that border. Hey, Terry Trouble. Are you getting unpacked? Let me move those brushes before I knock them over. Trying to just read some of the chat about the CHA. Well, they changed the name of it, but it's still CHA to us. Creativity, something, anyway. CHA! Oh, okay, it's only for our VIP people. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm out of the loop over there. Out of the loop on the CHA stuff. I've been watching pictures. I haven't really been looking for videos. I mean, I know there's probably a zillion of them out there. But, all right, I'm going to stop right there. I don't want to go along the border here on the bottom. I want to go ahead and finish up here at the top. So I'll just get this side done here. Okay, thanks, Dorothy. Have fun. Alrighty. CH whatever, yeah. Oh, I smeared that one right there. Got my hand going. Did I get it in my shirt? Probably. Let me move my paint over this way. I just want to finish this border, and then I'll kind of tilt it for you so you can see the whole side. Oh, that's a leaf. That's a leaf. Go around those. It's just trying to get the background. What did Carol say? Yeah, Barb's got awesome video. Her son set her all up. Wonder how much she charged to come over here and fix mine up. Oh, look, there's a little tiny bug or plane or something right there. That's cute. Right there in the corner. Very cute little, it's either a little bug or a little airplane. It's a little airplane, a little toy or a little tiny. It's a little airplane right there. Look how cute that is. Hard to see. Couldn't tell, but there's little wheels on it, so that's how I could tell it was a plane. See it right there? Oh, so cute. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all kind of enjoyed just hanging out for a little bit. We didn't get too much done, but, you know, I'm going to start a new page tomorrow. I'm going to start a new page in the, this one. The double page. So I'll probably just sit here and finish this background border after I eat. So I don't know, is anybody else streaming today? No, it's an airplane because I see the little wheels. See the little wheels right there? You can see it right there. Yeah. You sprayed fertilizer. Yeah. There you go, Eileen. Probably so. So I'm really liking this gold on the background. It's the splendid gold. It's starting to dry. It's crusting up in my brush. It's drying in my brush. Need to clean the brush out. So is anybody streaming today that y'all know? Since Barb's got the, it's just for her members. So, one of the doors in this book. Oh, the one with the doors. Yes, that's the one I'm going to color tomorrow. The one with the cutout doors. When I back out here in a second, I'll show it to you. I'll show you the page we're going to do tomorrow. All right, so I'll just stop because I got paint here to start drying out. All right, let me back up here. Let's back it up. Okay. So yeah, now let me show you the gold. Look, guys, see the gold behind the leaves there? It's going to look really pretty in that border. All gold and shimmery behind the flowers and the leaves. Isn't that cool looking? And then when we get the rest of it done, you know. So I'll probably go ahead and do that today myself, just to continue to work on it. I know I got some handy. But let me show you what we're going to do tomorrow. Okay? So tomorrow we're going to work in this one, which is translated Magical Delight, as far as I think that's what it translates from the Czech. Am I right? So let me show you the one we're going to do. Let me get back here. We're going to do this double page spread. Well, we're going to start it. I can't promise you we're going to finish it. But this is what we're going to do tomorrow. And then in the back of the book, see these little doors? There's the scissors. You're supposed to cut these out. So these two doors right here go here and here. You can see there's little dotted lines. Well, it's on this side. Little dotted lines where you cut, and then you color and do the door. And then this one goes on this, and that one goes on here. This one goes on a different page. So these two doors go on those two little houses. So cute, right? So that's what we're going to do tomorrow morning. So yeah. So that's the plan, working in this one. Okay, so back to this. We're going to, I hope that was dry. I just closed the book on it. This is what we've been working in for the last hour or so. And just continuing to work in it a little at a time. And yeah, y'all got any questions or anything before we go? Debbie gonna stream after a while? You can put a link in here, Debbie. If you're, I missed it. If you said you were streaming today, put a link for everybody. Let him grab it. I know we're enablers, Angie. Or Ange. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, Ange. Don't email me. uh, you're welcome, guys. I will enjoy my ham. Because you know, there's no ham like a Willingham. I love saying that. I recorded, this is part 3, Terry. I did 3 little parts. This is the longest part. It's an hour and 15 minutes. I think the other 2 are pretty short. So, you're welcome, CB. And thanks again, Carol. Carol Renee sent me this. The Color My Book sketchbook characters. So, yeah. We'll get to a page in that soon, too. All right, guys. All right, you won't email me? All right. Okay, thanks, guys. We'll see you later. All right, bye.